Hi and welcome to Leah's Handmade Crafts, episode number 23. Yes, I double checked it and I even wrote it down this time. Look at that. Today is about a finished object, a couple of whips and some shout outs. So to begin with though, I'd like to thank my new subscribers for coming on and joining me and welcome you to my mad clan. I hope you enjoy your time with us and you get a little something from, each different video. Each video will be different. Some will be acquisitions, some will be happy mail, some will be whips, some will be finished objects, some will be just a general chat. But yeah, so today's is primarily about finished object, whips and some shout outs. So to start with, my finished object, and it is my poncho. I'm really happy with it. It's the hooded poncho. Yes, I made it just a fraction too big, but then anything that's normal is too big for me. So I made it as per the pattern. It's the O Day Hooded Poncho. So I followed the pattern, but unfortunately, being a very petite person, it's going to swim on me. And it swims. But that's okay. It means that I can wrap up in it and be nice and warm and comfy. It also means that I can wear a hooded top underneath it and put this over the top and be even warmer again. In fact, I'll show you. So for those cold winters and mornings when I'm out walking the dog, I can wear my normal poncho or my normal jumper and then wear this over the top and I'll be nice and warm. I do apologise for the background noise. I have a dog, as you're all aware, and my daughter went and got herself a cat. And the kitten, should I say, and the dog are not yet firm friends, and so Gus wants to go in and join it. And at present, the cat's eating its dinner. And of course, the moment that Gus hears anyone spend any time with the cat, Gus, understandably, being the alpha male, wants to spend time. So please ignore the whining in the background. If it gets too bad, I'll pause the video and try again later. So onto some whips. As you are aware, or if you're not, I was gifted some wonderful ombre yarns by Janet Lepre, one of my subscribers. She sent me a box and a package full of ombre yarns. Sorry, I've got to take this off. It's too hot with both on now. Yeah, so but it is going to be so nice and toasty with the both on in winter. Although we're at the end of April, as with everywhere else, we are still getting 20+ degree days, keeping in mind we're in Celsius, and it's 30-degree days. In fact, next Thursday, the first week of May, is meant to be 30 degrees. Go friggin' figure. Actually, here we go. Here's the new little kitten, the new addition to the family. Say hello. Hello, YouTube world. Hello. This is my daughter's little kitten. The dog thinks that it's a great toy, although he's not quite sure yet. Emily, grab hold of her. She's not quite sure yet about the dog, and the dog's not quite sure about the cat. So, and the dog was here first. So, yes. But anyway, so Janet gave me some wonderful ombre yarns, and I instantly tagged one of them for the Erigenia Shawl. And this is the Erigenia Shawl. I've already used one ball. It is such a pretty pattern. So, yeah, it's just an absolutely gorgeous pattern. I'm using the tutorial by The Secret Yarnery. She breaks it down and makes it easier to read and to understand. So I'm on the last 9 rows of that. And my other and last whip is I'm back to the Juliette Shawl. I had made this for my mother, but she wanted it a little bit bigger and she's getting it for Mother's Day. So I've had to get the extra yarn, and so I'm adding some extra rows to that. So this is, so the Erigenia Shawl is the ombre cakes, the Red Heart ombre in the colourway teal. And this Juliette Shawl is the Karen Cotton Cakes in the Nested Blues. I must say that the Rose Whisper and the Nested Blues are my favourite of the 2 Karen Cake colours, the cotton cake colours. So that's those. Now for some shout-outs. In no particular order, these are just a few of the channels that I love to subscribe to and to watch. Some of them are new channels, and some of them are, like myself, relatively small channels, and some of them you've heard of before. So in no particular order, we'll start off with Wendy from It's the Wendylady. She blames me for getting her started on YouTube. From the very get-go, Wendy has been an amazing supporter of mine, and she sent me a message early on when I first started YouTubing about how she could never be this brave to do this, and I said, why not? I mean, I didn't think I'd ever do it, and voila, look where I am. So if not me, then who? And if not you, then who? So yeah, Wendy's only been doing it now for a couple of weeks. So pop on over to her channel, It's the Wendylady. You'll love her. She's absolutely gorgeous. Then there is Tina from Crafts by The Rose. She's a lovely lady. She does a lot of videos where she'll go to Walmart or to Michael's or to one of those stores and does a walk around. I always find those fascinating because we don't have stores like that over here. So whenever I can watch Crystal of Bag O Day or Trina doing those sorts of... Sorry, excuse me. I have a certain little kitty cat who is wreaking havoc with things. Yeah, so whenever I can see any of those sorts of videos, do those sorts of videos, I love to watch them. So Crafts by The Rose. There is Dana and Sylvia of Tabithas Treasures. Dana is a dear friend of mine and has welcomed me and made me feel welcome by the YouTubing community just from the get-go. She's just the most glorious, beautiful soul, Dana, and her friend Sylvia, who helps her at Tabithas Treasures. So I can highly recommend both Dana and Sylvia. There is Carla from Crochet CJ. I'm sure many of you have watched Carla and her videos, and you'll know that Carla, like myself, is a dyed-in-the-wool Gryffindor and loves Harry Potter. Bit of a tragic myself, I must admit. So Carla from Crochet CJ. There's Judy from Witchpeace Crafts. Judy is a fellow Aussie. She's also relatively new, like myself, to the YouTubing community, where there's not many of us from here in Australia that are in the YouTubing world. So I always like to give a shout out and a hoy to other YouTubers. Now, I'm going to be doing a series of shout outs, so if I don't give you a shout out this time, I'll give you a shout out another time. I I like to share the love. Oh, I've just had a little friend come and visit me. My daughter likes to share the love between the cat and the dog. And so she likes to, whenever I'm sitting at the table, come and sit with me. So, yes. So, anyway, yeah, there's Judy from Witchpeace Crafts. She's lovely, Judy. She's, as I said, relatively new to the YouTubing community. And she downloaded a video today where she talks about not being able to avoid having a yarn haul. So I can relate to that. Yeah, let's not be playing with the power cord, eh? No. 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 Excuse me for a minute. Now I have the menagerie in with me. She's a right little blighter. She likes to get into things she knows she's not allowed to. Then again, she's just learning what she's not allowed to get into, and her and I are going to come and have some fun times. Dogs are much easier to train, I've got to tell you. Anyway, where was I? Judy from Witchpeace Crafts. Then there's Kerrie from down the rabbit hole. Kerrie, for some of her many good parts. The one not so good part is that she's a Rabbitohs supporter. I won't hold that against her. For those of you who are not in the know, Kerrie follows the South Sydney Rabbits in the New South Wales Rugby League. I follow a totally different team. Definitely not the Rabbits, so I like to give it to her about the fact that she follows the wrong team. But yes, Kerrie down the rabbit hole, absolute funny lady, just an absolute card. And if you want to watch someone and have a great giggle, watch Kerrie. There's Theresa from Theresa's Little Treasures. And yes, Theresa, I, like everyone else, get your name mixed up because I go to call you Theresa, Little Tread. Yeah. So I had to write it down. Theresa from Theresa from Theresa's Little Treasures. It's not rocket science, but none of us seem to be able to get it. And last but not least, Mary from Mary's Crochet Chit Chat. So, yeah, Mary's an Irish lass. If you've not come to Mary, if you're one of the 700 that aren't yet following Mary, duck across and follow Mary. Honestly, you will wet yourself laughing watching her. She's a right card, is our Mary. So there's some of my shout-outs. I'm sure that you have some that I haven't listed that maybe you think should be watched. I'll list everyone that I've listed down below. As I said, if I haven't mentioned you today, don't worry. I will give you a shout-out in the weeks and months to come. I believe in sharing the love because a lot of people have shared the love with me, and I am so grateful for all of the support that I've received from this amazing community. So to the ladies out there, and you all know who you are, that support me and give me a kick up the bum if I need it and give me a lot of love if I also need it, I thank you for your love and support. And to everyone else who has jumped onto my bandwagon, thank you so much for joining my YouTube channel and being a part of my Mad Clan. And until next time, keep crocheting, keep crafting, have fun, and God bless.